The sun began to set over the desolate town, casting long shadows over the abandoned streets. I found myself seeking refuge in the local saloon. The air was thick with the scent of stale whiskey. Sound of creaking floorboards echoed through the empty building. As I sat at the bar, a chilling sensation washed over me. The barkeep, an old grizzled man, leaned in and whispered tales of a sinister legend that haunted these parts. They spoke of a vengeful spirit known as the Midnight Vaquero, former outlaws seeking revenge from beyond the grave. A shiver ran down my spine as I listened intently to the unsettling stories. They spoke of a ghostly figure dressed in tattered cowboy attire, its face concealed beneath a wide-brimmed hat, and eyes that glowed with an otherworldly fire-color red. The locals claimed that anyone who crossed his path would meet a gruesome fate. As the night grew darker, a distant howl pierced through the silence, causing the hairs on the back of my neck to stand on end. The barkeep looked at me with a grave expression and said,
"Do not go outside this night, for this vengeful spirit roams these lands when the moon was high."
Despite the warnings, curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to investigate the abandoned sheriff's office nearby. Armed with only a flickering lantern, I cautiously stepped into the darkness. Suddenly, a cold gust extinguished my lantern, plunging me into utter darkness. Panic set in as I fumbled to relight it. The lantern would not lit, so I tossed it aside and attempted to leave. As I swiftly left the abandoned sheriff's office, a dark figure caught my attention. It was none other than the Midnight Vaquero. His voice echoed through the empty streets and said, "You will face the same fate as those who came before you." Spectral form shimmering in the moonlight. Fear gripped me as he drew his ghostly pistols, the barrels glowing with an ethereal light. I stumbled backward, desperately searching for an escape. I gained some distance as I ran from this wicked spirit, but he closed in with supernatural speed. With each step, his chilling laugh grew louder, echoing through the deserted town. Just as his ghostly fingers grazed my shoulder, I felt as if my life was at an end. As he lunged towards me, he revealed his face as he attempted to end my life. At that very moment, jolted awake, drenched in a cold sweat. It was just a nightmare, a terrifying glimpse into the haunted past. I found myself momentarily disoriented and filled with rush of emotions. Relieved, I vowed to never venture into those forsaken lands again, grateful to have escaped the clutches of the Midnight Vaquero.